So folks, we've gone over a couple of times about people dressing up as cops, and probably not a great idea for a couple reasons. One would be it's a crime. Two would be cops are not liked by a lot of America right now for a couple of reasons. The left just hates them because they just think they kill black people for fun. Pretty much. A lot of the right doesn't like them because they think that they just help ATF agents all day and screw over law-abiding Americans because a lot of them don't protect the Constitution they swore to protect. Now, there are some good cops, but it's kind of like a we'll see how you act on this day type of situation, which is any kind of job. You're only as good as your worst times out there. Anyways, this guy dressed up as a cop, really a SWAT officer or an ATF agent because they're the ones that don't have the full uniform on, just the vest. And apparently this dude tried to hold up a guy and it did not go well for him at all.
Tonight, a man dressed like law enforcement holds a man up at gunpoint. You can see the tactical vest and the mask. The victim says he repeatedly identified himself as a cop until he forced him to the ground, but he didn't know someone else was watching. ABC 13's Luke Jones is live with more of that video. Luke, you also got an interview with the victim.
Yeah, the victim actually ended up shooting at the suspect. We know at least one of those shots landed. Police say the suspect later turned up at the hospital. But get this, they haven't yet filed any charges against him. And the victim's convinced he had accomplices. Police telling us this is all still under investigation. Javier Reyes and his wife in an armed confrontation with a suspected police impersonator June 15th outside the liquor store they own at Gessner and Harwich.
He say, I'm the police. Pull up your hand, get on the floor, I'm the police, I'm the police.
Now, did anybody hear anything weird in the beginning of this news article? They called the dude who was dressed up as a police officer holding up this dude who ended up being shot as the victim. Is that really the best wording for that? I personally don't believe in the victim mentality unless you're someone who literally can't help themselves, like a mentally disabled person, an elderly person, or a young child. But this is a full-grown man who's going to rob somebody. He got what he deserved. He fucked around and found out. So can we just cut with the victim crap? Like, oh no, we feel so bad for the guy who was trying to rob somebody, impersonating a police officer. Two-way people like us, we understand the value of metals. Hell, most of us have thousands of rounds stored safely, securely, dry, and it's for a reason. We trust it with ensuring our safety and protecting us when we need it. It's the same exact thing when it comes to precious metals, protecting our financial situation. The US government, they can just print money. It's a screwed up thing, but when they need more, they just go and say, okay, let's print more money. So in order to protect your dollar value against that, one of the best ways to do that is investing in precious metals. And the only company I trust to do that with is American Hartford Gold. The value of the dollar is tanking, and a lot of people are predicting that the value of gold will be upwards of $5,000 by the end of 2025. American Hartford Gold, they will show you how to protect your savings and your retirement portfolio by diversifying your assets with physical gold and silver. When you call them, let them know I sent you, and you can get 1 ounce of free silver for every 1 ounce of gold you purchase. So call now. It's 844-940-0662, or you can text HEAVY to 65532. There's also a link below the video.
Reyes had just gone to take out the trash when a red car pulls up. Then a masked man runs up with a flashlight and gun, wearing a vest with the word Marshal on it.
They told me, I'm a cop. I'm the police. Get out on the floor, and I say, I don't do anything.
You only see that one suspect in the video, but Reyes says there was another person driving the car he arrived in. Reyes says the man forces him to the ground and soon reveals his true intentions.
And when he gave me in the floor, he told me, it's a robbery, I'm not the police.
Watching this all from inside the store, Reyes' wife quickly grabs a gun, then confronts the armed suspect. He runs, losing his shoes and his gun in the process, while Reyes draws his own weapon. He fires multiple rounds, at least one of which hits the suspect, who then crawls to his getaway car. Reyes firing a final parting shot as the car drives away.
The police told me I did a great job.
Fantastic job to this woman for defending her husband. And it goes to show maybe these robbers should stop sagging their pants and wearing shoes that are not tied. I don't know when that became a thing.
They told me I can kill you right now.
But the fake cop clearly wasn't a match for two plucky business owners. In Southwest Houston, Luke Jones, ABC 13.
You go into a big city and that's the thing. It's the Nikes with the untied shoelaces and barely hanging on your feet. But you can tell that that is just not a good setup for running. I mean, he dropped his gun, got shot. Probably not the best thing. So I think there's a couple of things that people can take from this. I sure did. One, it's you never know when you're going to get pulled up on. I just had a conversation with someone recently who has been thinking about buying a gun, but their thought process is, well, it happens so little, being robbed or shooting or whatever, that it's just not worth it. Now, obviously, to a lot of us, that's not really going to make sense because there are kind of a couple of different layers of gun ownership. One is it's fun to go out and shoot, practice, be prepared. And two, it can happen. We just did another video the other day on the guy who protected a church from a mass shooter. And he said in that video, and I completely agree, and I think it hit most of us, is we are our own first responder. In a situation like this, how long do you think it's gonna take cops to get to a call like this? How often do you think cops are actually there quick enough to stop a situation like this? No, they're a cleanup crew. They're a cleanup crew and they're note takers. Now, if it's still going on, and maybe it's a home robbery or something, maybe they get there in time, but probably not. It's on us to do exactly what these people did, defend yourself. Just something to think about, because I know there are a lot of people out there who are like, oh no, well, I don't know. I can call a cop, or I can call armed security, or I can call someone to come help me. And the reality is these situations are usually bam, bam, not gonna stick around for the cops to show up after I rob you. I'm gonna get out of here, and then if you don't have a gun, you're probably screwed.